Hey there, Aquarius! Welcome or welcome back to Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel. Cat Star here with your money career reading for the week of February 11th through February 17th. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't. For those of you liking and sharing the videos, thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. So I'm super excited. This is the first time using this new deck. So we're going to get a pointer card and then we're going to get a few tarot cards to add a little bit more information. So let's see what's going on, what's coming in, what you need to know, focus on potentially for this week in money and career. What else? Oh, just throwing them out there. Lots of page energy coming in here. All right. Let's get two more. Whoa. Did you see that? I tried to drop the whole Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. All the cards. I guess we wanted three more. So, there we go. There we go. All right. So your pointer card, or the card that is kind of the overall energy here, is conscious consumer. And this has a little bit of writing, so I'm going to read this. You have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply, and you purchase only that which you need. So it's being indicated that some of you really need to focus in on what it is that you are not only buying during this time, but what you are consuming during this time. So what's coming through here is that some of you have been potentially making some frivolous purchases or kind of buying above your means. So Spirit is indicating that, kind of cutting back and only consuming or buying what it is that you need during this time is really going to help you save some coin. So if some of you are feeling like, you're kind of overextended, that may be coming through as you're overspending. Okay, this is kind of a different topic normally than our past money and career readings, but Spirit is indicating some of you are overspending, and some of you have maybe subscriptions to things, or have kind of been accumulating, like Netflix or Hulu or that sort of thing, that you really don't need and or aren't using. So it's time to kind of cut those off and save yourself some coin. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else is coming through here. So you also have the High Priestess and the Page of Swords coming in. So Spirit is indicating to, with that High Priestess, to really kind of pay attention to where that money is going. Tune into yourself, and if that is really something that is necessary. Is it really necessary? Some of you, it's coming through, have a little bit of buyer's remorse because you potentially have spent some money or made an investment in something that you really maybe couldn't afford during this time. Now, sometimes going above your means a little bit is stretching yourself. So, okay, if that is you, then you know that that is you. Other times it is just really putting yourself in a bad situation. So Spirit is indicating to tune in to kind of your own wisdom. Whatever it is that you're wanting to spend money on that you potentially don't have, really decide if it's something that you actually need during this time, or if it's something that you want, because buyer's remorse is coming in here pretty strong. That energy, I'm feeling that energy of buyer's remorse. Now with the Page of Swords, this is all about really fighting for what you want, but knowing what it is that you want, and or tuning into an actual need versus a want as far as spending goes. A lot of times we're really working to keep up with the Joneses, lucky stars, and keeping up with the Joneses isn't generally doing anything for us but putting us into debt. Then we feel like we need to have a better career, or be making better money because we're not keeping up with the Joneses or what have you. And Spirit is indicating that, unfortunately, that kind of mentality is you doing that to yourself. But then a lot of times this is coming kind of through as tough love here. So, um, Aquarius, don't shoot the messenger. Okay, I'm just bringing the messages through that Spirit is indicating here, but a little bit kind of coming for you in a way, a little bit, because keeping up with the Joneses is something that we do to ourselves, this mentality, this place that we get ourselves into. But what Spirit is indicating happens a lot of time is then we have buyer's remorse, and or we want to blame others. It's our boss's fault that we don't make more money. It's this, it's that. Now, in some certain instances, that may be true. But if you're overspending, or if you're spending frivolously, or getting just a whole bunch of stuff that you want but don't really need, piling on the subscriptions, consuming things, or buying things that aren't benefiting you in one way or another and are just wants and not needs. We all have wants. We all, and we get to be lavish and treat ourselves from time to time, but Spirit is indicating to be very frugal during this time and not overspending, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Then you also have the Page of Wands and the Seven of Wands coming in here. And with the Page of Wands, it's coming through that Spirit is indicating that you have a little bit more freedom, right? There's more freedom, there's more joy in not overspending and not having buyer's remorse. There's this feeling of guilt coming in that is keeping you feeling that you are stuck in a way, and that when you don't do that to yourselves, when you don't overspend, when you don't overconsume, right? In whatever way, whether this is food, whether this is alcohol, whether this is what have you, this is moderation coming in here. You feel lighter and you feel freer, okay? Now, with the Seven of Wands that's coming in here, Spirit is indicating that this is feeling a little bit, for some of you, you're feeling stifled, right? For some of you, as far as money and career, you're feeling stifled. If that is the case, Spirit is indicating with good intentions, it may be time to look for a different kind of job or a different kind of career, or tune into going back to school, or right, something that actually is going to create that feeling of freedom, right? And that is going to give you kind of this feeling of movement and growth. But going out and spending a lot of money on stuff that you don't need, and or consuming a lot of shows or what have you that aren't actually bringing growth or benefit to you, is not really where it's at. Okay, so, and then you also have the Three of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So a lot of emotional energy coming in here with that wand. So some of you are really emotionally attached to this keeping up with the Joneses, or this false narrative potentially that is being created by you due to what you are either buying, spending on, or consuming. And Spirit is indicating that false narrative is hindering you and hurting you. Okay, so that Three of Cups is coming in here to remind you that there is an abundance all around you, that you can tune into friendships. And what Spirit is indicating here is that there's a potential that you and a friend, or you and somebody, can kind of partner up on a collab that can refocus your energy and your time, where you're busy a little bit more, or you have something that is positive and beneficial that can occupy your energy, and you're not thinking about spending, or you're not thinking about what you could be consuming, and or how you can keep up with the Joneses. Also, social media is coming in here with us as well, refocusing that energy. So there's not enough time to be so focused on what everybody else is doing and all of their highlight reels, because everybody starts somewhere, and a lot of those highlight reels, now not all of them, but a lot of them, are really them putting that fake facade forward. And Spirit is indicating, Aquarius, you are really needing to be tuning into authenticity, tuning into what it is you're consuming and how you're consuming it, and also where you are spending beyond your means during this time, because it's going to potentially create something that you are not wanting to create and that you may not see currently, right? It's okay in the moment. I'll just get this and put it on a credit card, or I'll just do that and not worry about it till next month or whatever. But when that next month comes, then you're feeling very stifled. You're feeling very stuck under a mountain of debt is what is coming through here. I wouldn't have thought this debt was going to come, this reading was going to go quite this way. But, and then wanting to place the blame on somebody else for it. And Spirit is indicating, no, no, you're getting yourself in there all by yourself. You're getting yourself into these situations all by yourself. It's time to cut back on the consumption, cut back on the spending, right? And notice if there wants or needs. We need food. We need, gas for our cars and insurance for transportation to get back and forth to work or back and forth to this or getting the kids or whatever your situation may be. We need a roof over our head. We need heat. We need clothing, right? To a certain degree, as far as the clothing, don't get all crazy, right? But we need that stuff. So focus in on what it is that you need over what you want during this time. Spirit is indicating this is not forever, but something during this time is really calling your attention to overspend or to overconsume. And Spirit is really wanting this message to be out there to remind you that creating false narratives or kind of false kind of the word rich, creating this facade that you maybe are richer or what have you, keeping up with the Joneses or the social medias and the highlights and that kind of stuff, creating a fake facade regarding your life, your finances, that sort of thing is going to hurt you. Okay, so that's what's coming through. And then you also have that Ace of Wands coming in. That Ace of Wands is really being about tuning into what it is, that seed of potential, right? Noticing where this overspending or this overconsumption may actually cause you that almost heartache is what is coming through here in the future, right? The heartache that is going to potentially be in the future. This is kind of planting that seed with this. Spirit is coming through as planting this seed with this Ace of Wands to remind you not to live above your means, not to put yourself into debt for a fake facade, for creating something that is, or working to create something that is not the reality, and for working so hard to keep up with the Joneses, okay? You have nothing to prove to anybody. You have nothing to prove to anybody. And by working so hard to prove to others and or placing the blame on other people for a situation you're putting yourself in is going to hurt you for a while into the future during this time. All right, well, Aquarius, kind of being called out, Spirit calling you out there as far as money and career goes a little bit, and sometimes we need that. So I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit that like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, as well as checking that all notifications box so you're notified every time I upload new readings. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.